Today I will tell you about three markets which I think are one of the most hyped and like one of the most on here nowadays. The first one is esports and gaming, second one is blockchain, and third one is general, like the world market, the business market. I've been working in marketing for 10 years already, but most importantly, for all my life, I've been a gamer. And there are 2.3 billion of people like me who play computer games. And it was just a small market even 20 years ago, but right now it's more than $100 billion market. And how it will connect to the blockchain and how our project, Dream Team, is connected to it, I will tell you today as soon as the guys will launch my presentation. Okay, the question is, who knows what is esports? Anyone? Nice. Actually, it's a high percentage because usually we have to pitch and like tell what is esports and how it goes. Today I will tell you a little bit of history, how it all developed. So gaming sphere started from just pixel games, from Super Mario. It was developing with the years with the growth of technology available to the Doom, Quake, and to the modern games. Playing with the PC is nice, it's always interesting, but the most popular games right now are the team-based games or just competitive games where people compete between each other. In every market, US, China, top games in terms of popularity and revenue are the competitive games. Playing these games professionally is called esports. It's one of the fastest growing markets on the planet, but let's take a step back and see how it all started. So it's all started in underground PC clubs. We've been playing for just like a couple of years, and that was our dreams. We didn't have a technology, we didn't have an internet to compete online, and it was not a global phenomenon. But with the development of the internet, of like power of the PC, it was the first tournament, WCG, in 2004 in San Francisco. If you look closely, you can see the yellow short here. So it's 3 yellow shorts, but basically it's 5 if it was higher resolution. It's our founder and CEO, Alex Zero Gravity Kahanovsky. He was a professional player that days, and he went full pass from like just player to professional player to the manager, team owner, and a businessman. So, and as the esports developed, we developed with it. This is the Staples Center in LA here, and the most epic about this picture is not the number of people here, but the most epic thing is that these are only 0.1% of the people who watch these games. Last finals of League of Legends have been viewed more than 70 million people, and it surpassed NHL finals and NBA finals. The audience of esports is growing like really fast and went to nearly 500,000 people this year. Prize money are growing even higher. This guy, I worked with him in Navi, and in 2017 he earned more than $2 million, and it's just the prize money. So it's not his salary, it's just the prize money. Imagine, like, just 15 years ago it was unbelievable. Sports clubs are looking into esports. Some are just making their slow steps and entering with the FIFA games. Some are more aggressive, or like they open their divisions, or like Roma are partnered with Fnatic, one of the biggest esports teams in the world. But they all consider the esports the next big thing. Big brands are also in esports. Amazon bought Twitch, and now it's for $1 billion, and it's like a TV for gamers all around the world. Tencent invested $10 billion in China esports market. Turner are running the league, which is called E-League. It's like the next generation type of esports events, and Mercedes-Benz is just like sponsoring some of them. So everyone consider it, but why am I telling you all of this? If everything is so perfect and the market is emerging, what's the problems and what we are doing? Despite the huge growth, one of the biggest problems is insecurity and fraud. So we're the guys from Esports. We run the team called Navi. Me as a sponsorship director, Alex as an owner, and even for us on the top level, non-payments from the prize money and from the sponsorship are around $700,000. So despite all our lawyers and agreements, this can happen. And this can happen on the other side. Sometimes, like recently, one team was sponsored and they just overslept the tournament and they got money before in advance, but they did not do what they were expected to do. And this is the top level. On amateur level, there's absolutely no security for the guys. Secondly, as it's a new and emerging market, there's absolutely no business tools for the development of esports brand. For example, right now, to make a team, what you should do? You should go to the bank, make bank account, make legal entity, sign these documents with the players. It takes lots of time, like 2-3 months and a couple of thousands of dollars. It's okay for top people, from finance here, from big buildings, they can hire needed people, but for a casual gamer, it's unbearable. It's too complicated. There are no simple solutions for that. And one of the biggest problems is the market fragmentation. So again, if you want to call a taxi, you go to Uber, or Lyft. If you want to be a taxist, you also go to Uber and to Lyft. So it's like you have one point of entry for the market, where people connect B2C and B2B. On esports market, again, you have to do everything manually. Like search in LinkedIn who is responsible for sponsorship, who is responsible for like team management, and it's really unbearable for wide audience. So we've been thinking, what is the next big wave in esports? Like how can we cope with it, and what is an ultimate answer to all of these problems? And we found a project which is called the Dream Team. Dream Team is an infrastructure platform and the payment gateway for the esports and gaming. First of all, we're making a secured blockchain-based payment gateway. So we will make smart contracts for any kind of financial operation on the esports market. Prize money payouts, player salaries, sponsorship fees, crowdfunding, even media rights sales. So everything will be blockchainized, and using our Dream Team token, it will be paid out transparently and securely. Secondly, we are making business tools for the development for the gamers. So right now we have a recruitment tool, so they can, it's like LinkedIn for gamers, they can build up their brand, find the teams or find the players, and that's just the beginning. Analytic tools, management tools, recruitment tools, everything you need to develop your esports brand is on the Dream Team. And in the end of the day, our ultimate goal is to build a one-of-a-kind platform which unites all esports under one roof. So like a marketplace with like a Google AdWords with a very precise and detailed targeting, where you can find exactly a team, exactly like in your region, in your town, and even in your neighborhood. And by doing so, we are unlocking a $50 billion market, which basically unites all the esports, like players, teams, tournaments, sponsors, and gaming developers using the blockchain and smart contracts on the Dream Team. Talking about the use case of blockchain, we are the digital sphere, and that's why we can precisely, and I think it's one of the lower spheres, like where we can do it exactly how we want to do it. So let's see the example of tournament prize money distribution. We can track the exact match ID, the exact team ID, player ID, and tournament ID. And by signing all these smart contracts, just in a few minutes after the tournament ends, prize money is being distributed not just to the team, but for the all players. For example, right now, it takes around 6 months until the money goes from the tournament to the team. So it's a huge gap, and we're unlocking it for everyone. Actually, salaries and bonuses are already implemented. We've shown the real work in smart contract already on the Dream Team. Now it uses test Ethereum token until we finish our ICO. One of the things I would like to highlight is that gaming is not just like you do it one time. You do it over and over and over again, and using our platform, we will aggregate millions of data from the users. And what we want to do, we want to analyze it and forecast not just the level as we do right now, but to forecast if this gamer would become a real like superstar. And imagine if you could say like the Messi would be as he be like 10 years ago. Would you sponsor him if you got this data? I bet so. Talking about like advisory board and partners, we're the guys from Esports, so we've gathered top people from our industry, but also we need an expertise in the blockchain and in finance. We understand that we have lots of people from finance industries, and we're partnering with the biggest brands like ESL, it's a tournament organizer around the world. From the legal side, we want to be like very transparent and very secure for our investors. We're working with Leslie Watkins, and like that's it. But one of the most important things recently is that one of the leading venture capital firms, Mangrove Capital Partners, invested in us both in tokens and equity. Words are great, but I guess the main thing right now in ICO sphere is traction. We've launched the product 6 months ago. We have more than 500,000 users already. We have a working blockchain test network and smart contracts, as I told you about the salaries. And we already have 10 million on our ICO. This was we raised 6 million on the first phase, and now we're making the second and reach 10 million. Basically, that's it. If you have any questions, I think we'll run out of time. I'm here around, catch me, and I would love to talk to you and to discuss like the real implementation of the blockchain to the gaming sphere. Thank you very much.